Welcome to another episode of Women in Focus. We are filming in our studios, as you know, thanks to COVID. But it's a nice, cozy feeling because I am with a very talented young woman. The very first time I saw her singing, and I said to myself, one day I'm going to interview her in Women in Focus. And that day is today. Kirti Arneja is our Woman in Focus today. Kirti, how are you doing?
I'm doing very good. How are you?
Now, Kirti, you've been singing professionally for a little while longer.
Yeah.
But as a kid, probably you started singing when you were what?
So I started singing, like my mom noticed I could sing when I was 5.
Wow.
And, but I started performing, I guess, when I was 8.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Do you remember your most favorite song as a kid?
So I used to be a huge fan of Adnan Sami. And that was on repeat in our car. So my first song I ever sang was by him. So it was Kabhi To Nazar Mila from him. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a lovely song.
That was one of my favorite songs growing up.
Kabhi To Nazar Mila.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, your interest in music.
Mm-hmm.
Mom and dad, are they inclined towards music?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah?
Mom grew up with like a lot of music around her because she had her brother who was very into rock music. So I've been influenced with both Indian music just generally because we're from there and it's just the culture.
Right.
But and then we have the influence of rock music because my mom's family is like born and raised here, so they listen to like all that kind of stuff too. So I've just kind of been influenced with both of them.
If I said to you, because you've sung with some fantastic people, Mika Singh is one of my favorite singers, and you've sung with him as well. Mm-hmm. If I asked you to choose between the two genres,
oh no,
it will be tough, right?
It would be very tough because I think that both genres they have this specialty to both of them. I said that's the thing. Like for me, when I'm listening to a song, I'm listening to not only just the lyrics, but I'm listening to the music, and they're so different. You can't even compare them, and it really matters also with the mood that you're in. So like if I'm in a really happy-go-lucky mood, I will listen to something that's more rockish. But if I'm in if something has more emotion to it, I will listen to something that's Hindi or Punjabi or something like that. It really depends on how your day is going.
From what you're saying, I can feel that the instruments make you happy.
Oh yeah.
And it's the philosophy behind a song that you crave for and you understand and you like that, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So understanding a song, especially a Urdu or a Hindi or a Punjabi song, it would mean that you have to understand the meaning of the song so that you can give the proper emotion, right?
Yeah.
And so when did you start understanding that?
So when because we grew up with like my grandma around and she spoke Punjabi to me, and then my dad's side of the family all speaks Hindi. So they spoke it to me, but I never spoke it back because I was always too nervous that I would mess up what I was saying.
Yes.
But when it came to singing, I could just sing it as if it was like nothing because my ear is very sharp, so that's how I've learned everything. I used to listen to things on repeat, and then as I was growing up, I started looking up like the lyrics online and then started looking up lyric translations, and then suddenly within like as it went on, most lyrics are pretty similar, or at least words are. So when I just kind of got used to it, and then after a while it just became I could understand everything. Like my dad, his side of the family speaks all Hindi, so I can understand everything that everyone's saying. And if I needed to, I could speak, but I still don't.
But I think kids your age do have that hang up.
Oh yeah.
That they probably are going to say the word wrong and everybody's going to laugh.
Yeah.
And it's not that they're laughing at you, but they find it so cute.
They find it really cute. Exactly. I've had that. So many people say, they're like, oh, it sounds so cute that you said it that way.
I have that with my son. He understands and can answer, but when he speaks, it's just like...
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Totally different. Now, Kirti, I wanted to talk to you about your childhood, your growing up, and your sense of music. So when you started to sing and mom thought, maybe she wants to be a singer.
Yeah.
Did you then go and get formal training in music?
Yes.
Okay.
So I guess I can kind of start from the beginning a little
Yes.
bit here. So like I said, I started singing at age 5. I was in my car seat and in the back seat of the car, and my mom was playing Adnan Sami in the car, and suddenly she could hear me like singing, like I was singing, but I was like whisper singing, but she
Right.
could hear me, so she turned down the volume a little bit so she
Right.
could hear me properly, and all she kept thinking in her head is like, damn, my daughter can sing. And
She's
she's like,
good.
she actually can. So then when we got home, she came home and she popped me on the counter, and she's like, and she got the video camera out, and she was like, can you sing for me again? So I sang it for her, and after that, every party we went to, I was just the person who sang. They would just kind of grab me, and I would be sat down, and it was like, sing. I'm like, okay. But like, and then as I was saying, I started performing at age 8. I actually got my first teacher was actually Shasha Tirupati when she was here, when her name was Richa.
Right.
Yeah. So she was my first teacher.
Beautiful.
And yeah, so I learned classical from her for a long time, and then she was in high school, so she was teaching. She was going to high school and then also teaching kids. So I learned from her, and then I just kind of continued within. I didn't want to lose the touch of knowing the
Right.
thing, because I knew at the end of the day that little, even if I don't fully continue with
Right.
classical music, I will have those skills
Yes.
that I can that will be able to help enhance my voice.
Don't you think that classical music somehow opens up?
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
definitely.
your-
It opens up your vocal range in
Yeah.
in different ways that I never really thought. And then sometimes I will be singing something and I can do I'll do like a harkat or something like that, and I'm like, I get shocked myself. I'm like, did I just do that? No. I'm like,
Yeah.
but you know, it's a feeling of like when that happens, it makes me so happy because it really tells me inside that like something that I'd actually learned.
That's right.
It's actually being used in my normal everyday singing, and I didn't realize it until a little while ago, because I just kept, obviously I'm continuing to sing, so it just kind of came.
So there was a time that mom thought, okay, she is serious about it. Let's just take her to India and get her to get
Yeah.
training. I want to come to that, but before that, let's take a very short commercial break.
Awesome.
Get the program paid for, and then we'll come back and talk more.
Sounds good.
Kirti Arneja is our woman in focus today. Don't go away. I'm going to get her to sing my most favorite song, so you'll find out what I like very much. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Women in Focus. Our woman in focus today is Kirti Arneja, an amazing singer. So I've noticed that people, if you're interested in something, you would not care about time, health, food, anything. You
those
just
things,
go through
it
right?
doesn't matter at this point, because it's like when you're, for me, it's like if you're performing on stage, no matter how hungry I am, no matter if I'm thirsty, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're performing not only for yourself, but you're performing for a bunch of people. So you're going to do whatever happens to make sure that that happens, that they're more satisfied than anything.
Satisfaction is amazing, that you want others to be satisfied, but prior to that you have to satisfy yourself
Yeah.
that you are okay
Yeah.
with that particular song, the range. So all that, how did you learn? So did you have to go to India, because your mom did take you to India
Yeah.
to get some training?
Yeah. So
How was that?
It was really good, actually. So I went there originally with mom. It was, I think, 2017, 2018. I don't hold me to that date because I can't remember
Right.
the year, but it was a few years ago. Mom went to, and we had just, I just done a few concerts and stuff within Vancouver, like my first
Right.
concert, and they sold out, and it was really great.
I
But I
know.
started thinking, you know, I need to get some more. I wanted to go to India, because I was
Right.
like, I was just about to start school, and I was
Yes.
like, you know what? I'm not going to be able to get the Indian classical training that I want for
Yeah.
music over here. I'm like, I can't, and I wanted to go into school for music. So there's no way I can do
Learn
that
that
over
over
here.
here,
So I
yes.
have to go there. So mom and I, we just picked up and packed for 3 months and left to India, and we just thought, you know what? And when I was over here, I had actually been approached by someone from the Delhi Gharana in Delhi.
Wow.
Yeah, so they said that when you come to India, we'll come and we'll train you.
Right.
So we went there, and when we went to Delhi, we settled in for about a week, and then we went to the Gharana, and it was in a very sketchy area, and it was not very health looky, and it was not. I did not like the look of that place, and the way they were trading, it didn't seem like it was really worth my time to go all this way from like Saket and that area all the way to like South Delhi. And I was like, I'm not gonna take it in for like an hour lesson. It's not worth doing that all the time. And actually, when I was here also, I had met a few singers along the way, which one of them happened to be Mika sings. So I was, my mom, I looked at my mom, we were driving on our way back, and I looked at mom and I was like, Mom, I'm like, this is not what I want. I'm like, I can't do this training thing. I'm like, it's not, we can find another way, we'll find someone else. And then we started thinking, and we're like, why not, what if we just message Mika? What's the worst that could happen? He won't answer the text.
Or he'll say no.
Like, he'll say no. Like, what's the worst that could happen? If anything, it's okay, we'll figure something else out. So we texted him, and suddenly we start seeing typing back. We're like,
he's responding.
Or like, oh my God, Mika's responding. And then he's like, first thing he messaged, he's like, hello, how long are you here for? And then we're like, what? And then we like start texting, and then suddenly we get a phone call. And we're like, oh my God, Mika Singh is calling us on the phone. And so then we talked to him, and he said, how long are you here for? We said 3 months. He said, okay, come to my house. Here's my address. See you guys tomorrow. And we're like, okay. So we went and picked up and left to his house, and he made me sing for him right there and then. And he said to me, I want to do a song with you. So we're gonna put a song together, and we're gonna. So I sang. So when I sang for him, I sang an old classical song. I guess from my mom's generation. I guess it was called Jogi, and it was an older version I heard on Coke Studio originally.
Okay.
Yeah, and so when I heard that one on there, and we recorded and then videotaped it, and within a few months I had a song out with Mika Singh.
Isn't that just amazing? So he didn't think that you needed any more training?
I was getting, so he didn't say that, like I was getting training along with that, because we told him, we said we came here for this. So he had someone, and he said that I will provide you with someone that will help you train.
But let's record a song in the meantime.
So I was getting training, I was working with him, and then during that time he said to me, I want to sign a contract with you. And we were like, okay. So then that contract was me touring with him all over India and performing with him and doing like all the shows and TV stuff. And then from there How
was that experience?
Oh, loved it. It was so much fun. Oh yeah, definitely. It's kind of different in India. The mentality is a little bit different. So things are like on the go. It doesn't matter what happens. If you have a flight and you have to go for a show, you get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and you get ready and you go and you get there, put your stuff down, sound check, come back, eat, show, next day, gone.
Really?
Yeah, it's very, very fast.
On the go all the time.
All the time. And then when you have breaks, it's like a month break, and then you go right back into it again.
So that was something that was, energizing.
I loved it. Oh, it was so much fun. And performing on stage with him really gave me a lot more confidence. All I kept thinking in my head, I used to be terrified to be on stage.
That's right.
And all I could think was, if I can perform in front of 20,000 people, I'm pretty sure I can perform in front of 2 people. Like, that was my thinking.
I do remember seeing you for the very first time, and you had fixated at a certain place where you could focus and then sing, not look at people.
I could not. If I was looking at people, I'd be looking down. That was I remember, right. I think there's one show, I think with you, I was performing, and you came and you saw me there. I think that was the one with, I don't know whose show, I think that was Richa's show, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
That's right. But there's a certain sort of genre that really suits you. And it comes across as if you were born to sing for that, and that is the Sufi.
Oh.
Do you like that?
Oh, I love
because
singing
I
Sufi.
think you can relate that in a beautiful way.
Yeah.
But let's take a short break and come back.
Of course.
Kirti is our Woman in Focus today. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Women in Focus. Kirti Arneja is our Woman in Focus today. So the very first time I saw you, singing, I think it was at Hard Rock
Yes.
Casino.
Yeah.
And there were about 200 people.
Yeah, that was
Packed?
I think that
300?
show was sold out to the
Yes.
point where they couldn't fit any more people in
No.
it, that we had to do a second show.
I had to beg, borrow, and steal a chair to come and sit and
Oh my
watch.
God.
I think your mom gave it to me.
Probably.
But that's how it felt, because I had to say, I want to go and see her. Anyway, and you sang Ambar Sariya there.
Yeah.
The way you sang the song, I really liked it.
Oh, thank you.
And so that's what I mean. Lata Mangeshkar sings a song and somebody else sings a song, you know, you sort of see the difference
Yeah.
in it. Damadam Mast Kalandar has been sung by hundreds of people, and everybody has got their own
Different version of it. Yeah.
of that. So when you're singing a Sufi song, what is it that attracts you?
You know, it's like we were talking earlier about the music. That's one thing, but when I actually look into the lyrics and I see videos of the people singing them, like the original singers, you see the passion not only just in their, you can't just hear it, but you see it on their face.
Right.
And it's like, that's why I'm obsessed with listening to things from Coke Studio, and
Yeah.
actually more so Coke Studio of Pakistan.
Right.
Their music is just unbelievable.
Out of this world.
So I'm constantly listening to Coke Studio Pakistan just on repeat sometimes. One day I was listening to one song the whole day, just on repeat. I couldn't let it go. It's just one of those that you can't, it just attracts me to it when I hear the music, really.
So I think when you're saying the music, you're also thinking about the lyrics.
The
what
lyrics,
it means, right?
it's so deep. That's the thing. You can't really explain. Like, you try and explain it to people, and you just butcher it because it's so deep. Like, there's songs I've sang in front of my grandfather, and he cries.
Wow.
Actually, it's a song from Coke Studio, Kamli, and it's by Hadika Kiani.
Right.
Yeah, so I sing that song, and my grandpa, he's from Lahore.
Yes.
So when I sing that song, he cries every time. And at first, I didn't understand why he was crying so much.
Right.
I just thought he was crying because he was so happy that his granddaughter was singing, and I was like, wait, no, you're crying because of the lyrics. I get it now.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So Kamli then, what is it? How does Kamli go?
Oh, God. You want me to sing that one?
Yeah, why don't you sing that, and then I'll ask you to sing a little bit of Amar Sariya.
Yeah. Ooh, I haven't sang that one in a while. Dal das khan shehr Lahore andar, dal das khan shehr Lahore andar, bhai kinne boohe te kinniyan baariyan ne, नाले दस खां उथों दियां इटां, किन्नियां टुटियां ते किन्नियां सारियां ने, ताले दस खां शहर लाहौर अंदर, खूहियां किन्नियां मिठियां ते किन्नियां खारियां ने, जरा सोच के देवी जवाब मैनू, उथे किन्नियां व्याहियां ते किन्नियां कुआरियां ने, हाजी लोग मकेनू जांदे, मेरा रांझा माही मक्कानी मैं कमलियां,
Beautiful.
मेरा रांझा माही मक्कानी मैं कमलियां, नी मैं कमलियां, नी मैं कमलियां, नी मैं कमलियां, नी मैं कमलियां.
Oh, beautiful.
No, thank you.
No wonder he loves it.
Yeah.
You know. Okay,
Definitely.
Ambar Sariya.
You want Ambar Sariya now? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, a little bit of that.
No, 100%. Oh God. Okay. गली में मारे फेरे पास आने को मेरे, गली में मारे फेरे पास आने को मेरे, कभी परकता नैन मेरे तो कभी पड़कता तोड़, कभी पड़कता नैन मेरे तो कभी पड़कता तोर अंबर सरिया मुंडे आवे कचिया कलियां ना तोड़ अंबर सरिया मुंडे आवे कचिया कलियां ना तोड़ तेरी माँ ने बोले है मुझे ठीके से बोल तेरी माँ ने बोले है मुझे ठीके से बोल अंबर सरिया.
Beautiful. Lovely song.
Thank you. No, it's a beautiful song.
Yeah. So where do you see yourself in the next little while?
So right now I am actually working at our family business. Yeah, so I'm doing marketing and sales over there. And I actually
You haven't forgotten music.
I have not forgotten music.
Okay, good.
I've been doing that right now. It's because of the COVID situation. You
Yes.
can't really do anything
No.
else about this, and the music has kind of come to a halt lately. They've
Yeah,
just been
everywhere,
repeating.
isn't
No
it?
one's doing anything. You can't get into studios. You can't do that kind of stuff. But I have not stopped. I'm continuing, and so alongside of working at the factory, I got into Berklee College of Music.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so I've been doing that online right now
Okay.
because obviously I can't go there right now into Boston. I was supposed to be there by now, but because of the flights and stuff, I don't want to risk anything.
No.
And they have the option of doing the online courses, so I'm doing that.
So once you finish that,
Yeah.
what do you want to do?
I'm kind of hoping I can go into teaching. So I want to be able to teach music to younger kids. That's kind of my goal.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't want to have your own album?
Oh, of course. I'm doing that on the side, anyways. Like right now, I have 2 songs, 2 original English songs on the like I've just recorded them, and I'm recording still a few covers, and then hopefully by the end of the year, those 2 songs will be out.
Good.
And I'll continue to sing, of course. I can't let that go. But at the end of the day, I've always had a very strong connection with. I feel, or at least I've been told, I have a very strong connection with kids.
Yes.
And I want to be able to share something with them. You know, it's just like, if you can help someone in a little way, then why not?
Kirti, it has been lovely talking to you.
Thank you so much for having me.
And it's amazing. I want to see you again.
Of course, anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kirti Arneja has been our woman in focus today. This woman is going to go far, far, and we'll be listening to her for many years to come. Don't go away, we'll be right back.